Bread and Butter is back and with another beautifully and loudly designed paddle. The new Invader is the newest entry in Bread and Butter's lineup, and fans of the Loco should be really excited. But before we jump into that, it would mean a lot if you could hit the subscribe button down below. It would be greatly appreciated and it helps the growth of my channel so I can provide more reviews like this one. Also, quick disclaimer, Bread and Butter did send me these paddles, but no review is promised, no money exchanged hands, and all thoughts are my own. Now let's jump into some specs. The Bread and Butter Invader is a 16mm hybrid shaped paddle. I would classify this as an all-court paddle. The Invader has a polypropylene core. The face material is a raw carbon fiber mixed with polyester threads or titanium, while also having a thin layer of fiberglass underneath. This paddle is thermoformed. The handle length comes in at 5.3 inches, with a grip circumference coming in at 4.25 inches. The swing weight of my Invader came in at 116. The twist weight came in at 6.8. And the static weight came in at 8 ounces. The retail price of this paddle is $189.99, but with code JJPB, you can save 10% at checkout. This paddle, outside of its design, is nothing flashy. It's a true all-court paddle with great feel. I felt like I had very fast hands at the net, and my soft game really benefited from the higher control this paddle can bring you. The power of the Invader is very average when compared to other non-power paddles that are thermoformed on the market. I have been playing a lot with the Chorus Fire as of late and definitely noticed the drop-off in power and pop. However, with giving up some power, this paddle does offer very good control. Dinks and drops were very easy with being freer to not worry about popping the ball up as much. My overheads, on the other hand, did feel like I was lacking some put-away power versus what I have been used to as of late, but I was still able to end most points with high balls at the kitchen line. My spin test came back around 1,980 RPMs, which is very solid. My side spin serve was bending, and I definitely saw some dip on my drives. The main difference between the Loco and the Invader is the slightly improved shape design. Both are hybrid paddles, but Bread and Butter made a very smart decision, in my opinion, with getting rid of the taper from the sides of the paddle on the Loco, meaning the measurement across the paddle on the Invader is the exact same from the top corners as it is on the bottom corners of the paddle. This change helps improve the sweet spot, as well as allowing this paddle to have a much better forgiveness. It reminds me a lot of a similar change that Honolulu Pickleball implemented in their hybrid shaped paddles around the throat. The Invader is a power upgrade over the Loco, as the original Loco is a control paddle and the Invader is definitely all court. The feel of the Invader felt very similar to that of the Shogun, which was known for having a very soft and plush face. The main difference is that the Invader plays slightly stiffer due to the fiberglass sheet in the face. The Invader allows for quicker hands due to its shape and swing weight being lower than that of the Shogun, while the longer handle and heavier swing weight provides much more power that can be generated with the Shogun. The pop, power, and feel also felt very similar to that of the J2 Ti from Honolulu Pickleball, with the edge slightly leaning towards the Invader due to that thin layer of fiberglass just giving it a bit more pop. The Invader is a very solid paddle. It did not wow me for doing anything special, but that's okay. Not every paddle needs to have one crazy attribute. Often, where a paddle will gain in one category, it will sacrifice it in another. The Invader is a paddle that lives right in the middle of most paddles on the market. It has average power, a good sweet spot, good control, great feel, high maneuverability, and very solid spin. If you are a fan of the Loco, then this is a great upgrade in my mind if you are looking for something newer. I would highly recommend this paddle to anyone who likes hybrid-shaped paddles, loud designs, and all-court performance. People I would not recommend this paddle to are those looking for high pop and power, as this paddle will likely leave you disappointed. If you have ever played with a Bread and Butter paddle before, let me know what your experience was like. If you have any questions for myself, make sure to drop those down in the comments. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.